Hello, beautiful internet people. I am, as always, Wendell Henderson, and welcome to Okay, I Guess. Today, we are joined once again by my good friend, Brotherman Phil.
Hey, how's it going?
He is the Brotherman of all Phils.
Yep.
Now, today, we are going to be talking about celebrities. Not celebrities we like or dislike per se, but why we should... No, dude, the light. I was using that. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That wasn't my camera guy turning off the light. I don't have a camera guy.
So, we're talking about celebrity obsession,
Yes.
culture, and why it needs to stop.
Yeah. I mean, at least I think it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Because, they're celebrities. They're rich. They're famous. They're gonna do stupid stuff with their money. Why should I care about any of this?
You know, you don't even have to really do anything too famous anymore, besides have money and spend it in some way. The Kardashians, for example, they're just stupid, stuck-up, rich Fords. That's literally the only thing that makes them famous. Is the same thing. Paris Hilton is the only thing that makes these people famous, and people follow their exploits almost religiously at times, and it just baffles me. Kim Kardashian got a haircut. Kim Kardashian went to the nail salon. Kourtney Kardashian looks great in her summer dress. Who gives a fuck?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to dissect this the best I can because, you know, I ain't like some super social genius or some crap like that. I'm just some guy who plays video games sometimes and cooks. I know my place in the world.
Honestly, I think the only reason people might be interested by stuff like this is because, well, my personal theory is one of two reasons. One is that these are people that, in spite of the fact that they don't really do anything all that special, are pretty well groomed. They got a lot of money. They can buy the fanciest clothes. They can always, look nice in their new cars, etc., etc. So there's probably a materialistic aspect of that where people see that and they're like, shit, I wish I had that kind of car or that haircut or yada yada yada.
So ostentatious jealousy.
Yeah, that's one possible explanation. The other is that a lot of the people, this is just from my own personal experience, but a lot of the people that follow celebrities religiously in the way that, a lot of these tabloid magazines do and whatnot, generally don't have a lot going for them in their lives. They're not usually very interesting people, so they're defined in as much as, they like a certain celebrity or they follow a certain celebrity's, goings on and whatnot.
So, well, that would explain one of my sisters. Because every time I talk to her, she's always like, "Oh, Wiz Khalifa is this. He's doing that. He's so hot, but he has this chick and that chick." I'm like, "Okay, so he has side chicks. So what? Rappers have that all the time. Why should you care?" She's like, "Oh, I wish I could be his side chick," and I'm like, "No, you do not."
and that's the other thing is that I would say there's also a difference between following a celebrity that makes a certain type of content that you like and a celebrity that's just famous because they exist, like a Paris Hilton or a Kardashian. Those heiresses that really didn't do anything themselves, but they were just born into fun. Like Wiz Khalifa actually makes content, makes music. So it makes a little more sense for people to follow someone like that. But again, there's a line where you can be like, oh, hey, the new album's coming out, I'm going to check that out, as opposed to, oh my god, he's got this many side chicks, blah, 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 blah. That's the kind of information that it goes above and beyond any kind of normal appreciation that you might have of a person's abilities or talent.
No, you see, what gets me the most, and this actually happened to me sometimes, is when I don't even know artists at all. Like, I don't know, one of these many rap stars, let's take someone for instance, like Chief Keef. He's a perfect example. People, especially around my college now, feel somewhat extremely offended when I'm like, I don't know who Chief Keef is, or like I've heard some of his songs, I don't like them. They feel like it's like a strike against them somehow. Like, oh, you just hate a nigga, you just hate hitting this and that. And I'm like, dude, what the hell? You're not making the music. And even if I was hating on him, who cares? Who cares? He's making millions of dollars. What is he going to worry about one hater in a fedora for?
Yeah, pretty much.
He's like, what's your ass trying to talk about Chief Keef? I'm like, Chief Keef doesn't need you protecting him, dude. Come on. He's got his own posse and you're not part of it. But people...
Yeah, I'm surprised when people do that. It's like they think that they're going to get paid for shilling that hard for somebody.
I'm like, dude, you're not a part of his stable. You're not a part of his crew. Why are you pretending you are?
Yeah.
And if he was really about that life, he wouldn't need you to fight his battles for him anyway.
Yeah, chances are, whoever Chief Keef is, because I've never heard any of his shit, it probably sucks. But, but like, chances are, if he actually knew, like, that sort of a conversation was going on between you and any of these, like, random folks, he'd just be like, I don't know who the fuck these people are.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna go get my bottle of champagne right around a limo full of hookers. Like,
yeah. He's rich and a rapper. Look into his wallet. You'll see money, but no fucks.
Yeah, exactly.
No fucks given. Besides, he shows himself being in a hardcore life, but this dude is probably really doing is just chilling with his friends playing Super Smash Brothers. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he's actually doing.
No, but that's the other thing about, being famous in rap music is that you have to project this image so that, you're the baddest motherfucker around. But how many actual top 40 rappers are gangsters like they were back in the 90s? Like,
oh, please, none of them
all
are.
The famous rappers
not
back
a single
then
one.
Actually were thugs. They actually were out on the street.
Some of them are.
What are these guys doing?
But Bobby Shmurda, you ever heard of Bobby Shmurda? He got caught because of his song. It was like about a week ago. That's what the song's called. If you haven't heard that song, I'll admit it's kind of catchy, but it gets old after a couple of times. But the simple thing is, he's on the song, he's all talking about what he's done and, how his friend Mitch caught a body about a week ago. If you don't know the slang for that, well, thanks for, being way more red than I am and listening to way less rap than I have. But it basically means his boy Mitch blasted somebody on the street.
Yeah.
And, caught a body and he's smoking on packs, all that good crap. So he says that in his song. What happens? Police roll up on him and his crew, find out they have a whole bunch of guns and stuff, and, found out Mitch actually did caught a body about a week ago. And now you know where he is? He's in jail. And, and he'd be like, who snitched? Stop snitching. I'm like, dude, you snitched on yourself. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, that's really fucking stupid.
It is. It is.
There's a difference between rapping about, just in general being hard as fuck, and then rapping about a case that's not even fucking the soil isn't even laying light upon, so to speak. It's just you recently shot a motherfucker, and then you're like, yeah, I did that song.
Yeah.
What do you think was gonna happen, you idiot?
And there's some old school rappers that I listen to, because they're actually good.
Yeah.
And, they talk about that stuff too, but at least when they did it, it was years ago or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it's a factual scenario.
Yeah.
They ain't talking about, oh, yesterday I blasted this guy or something. No.
Yeah, no. You might as well, this fucking dude that you're talking about, you might as well just be like, yesterday at about 5:09 p.m., it was kind of dark out, and there was some leaves blowing, and there was this guy, he was walking home from the 7-Eleven, he just got a candy bar.
I shot him for a Snickers because I'm not myself when I'm hungry.
2 times missed. Yeah.
I'm like,
No, I mean,
you could have went into the store for the Snickers. It's a Snickers. It's not that expensive.
yeah.
No, that's just...
No, there's also another component of a lot of the celebrity worship that our culture, as it is, places a lot of emphasis on really vapid materialistic things, you know, and so the people who have that, a lot of people are going to look up to them because that's what you're supposed to have, you know. You're supposed to have this money, you're supposed to, you know, fuck this many chicks that look like this, you're supposed to, you know.
You see, there's a lot of supposes in there. What I'm not hearing is you're supposed to work for this too.
Yeah, that's
the only thing missing from that. Because, you know, as much as I talk crap shit about rappers, at least I know, you know, they work for that. As much as I talk down to them and everything, they put in work for that. So, you know, I don't have any malice to them. Maybe I think their music is whack, but you know what? I respect them. Because, you know, they put in work, doing rhymes and all of that. I know it ain't easy, and you know what? They got what they wanted for it. So I can't really hate them for that, can I?
Well, yeah, it's different than someone who hasn't had to work for any of the things that they have, bragging about the things that they have, and getting a reality TV show because they have this many things.
Yeah.
And it's a series that follows people that have not earned any of their wealth, don't spend any of their wealth on reasonable things, but, you know, they get a camera crew that follows them around, and it just...
Well, okay, yeah, you got a point. I guess I just don't like, you know, bragging when you don't earn it. If you, like, don't get me wrong, if you earned it and everything, and you're a really cool guy, and you're making all that money and everything, go ahead, brag, whatever. But, you know, if you didn't earn crap, what are you bragging about?
Yeah, no, really.
It just seems dumb.
Also, jumping back a bit to the point you were making about rappers earning money. Well, that's true to a certain extent. A lot of modern rap is based on a formula. And chances are, if you follow that formula, you can get a song in the top 40, cash out, never record anything again.
Well, it's very simple formula. I'm so much badass. My crew is badass. I get money. I get bitches. I slap niggas wickeder than me, and this rapper is way less cooler than me because of this and that. And then throw a few...
Gucci?
Yeah.
Louis?
Throw a few random words and the word faggot around a couple of times, and bam, you got a single. And I don't even need to say that word. I'll actually apologize to viewers right now for saying that word.
Yeah, no, but I know what you mean though. Like, it's all based on a formula, but at the same time, it's really hard to blame the people who keep exploiting that formula as opposed to, you know, the people who keep funding that formula. They keep buying these fucking singles just because they keep talking about the same shit. And there's really not that much content there, but you always hear the same excuse, oh, let's go to Sick Beat, man, oh, listen to that, whatever.
Yeah. It's not like I hate rap. I like rap and hip-hop. I do. When it's good. There is good rap and hip-hop about that. Not all of them are just about monies and hoes and killing people and everything.
There's a lot of really good rap and hip-hop.
Some of it is about real crap, and, you know, honestly, some of it is just about fucking around. But it sounds good. Some guys...
exactly. Like, one one of the best rappers for making tracks that are just like for fucking around and for just like getting hype is Ludacris.
Yes, I love that guy. He has a song called Turn Down for What? It is literally about turning up, and that is it. Oh, I love that guy. Oh, a long time ago, there was a guy who was rapping about just being a tall basketball player who got a girl. He wished he was a little bit taller. He wished he was a baller. He wished he had a girl every night he would call her.
Yeah.
And you know what? When I was younger, I wished the same freaking thing.
Yeah.
I never got picked in basketball. I sure got picked in dodgeball, though. My dodgeball skills are legendary in Seattle, son. Woo. So, getting off the celebrity topic for a little bit, because I always wanted to try this. What is something... Here's a question. I always wanted to ask if I had a guest on the show. You have $3 million to do whatever on earth you want with. No, like, oh, I want world peace or anything. Completely selfish desires. Because, as much as world peace and ending hunger and all that is good, warm-hearted fun, I get that. I understand that, and, I want that too. But, sometimes you have to be a little selfish. So, $3 million, 3 things you would do with that money. Go.
Okay, I'd probably buy a nice little house that's situated somewhere out in the wilderness where I wouldn't be bothered. It's sort of perched between out in the woods, but close enough to civilization to where I could pop back into the city whenever I wanted. Either that kind of house or one of those giant fucking places at the top of a very tall building overlooking the city. Basically just this giant top floor where I can do whatever I want with it. I'd also get a couple state-of-the-art computers. Let's see. I'd invest some of it in stocks so I can make my money back, a little bit of it. I'd probably start up some sort of business, either a game studio or also had this idea for a chain of restaurants, because you always see pizza delivery and Chinese food delivery, but you never see burger delivery. And I feel like if the right amount of money was invested into that idea, that could be a very profitable enterprise.
Actually, you got a point. I've never seen burger delivery either.
Deliver than pizza, which comes. Yeah, and it's easier to deliver than it would be to deliver pizza, which comes in a massive box. It's easy to drop. Happens all the time. Or Chinese food, which is there's a lot of boxes. Whereas with a burger, you get one plastic box, you put the burger, the fries, and if you have a shake as well, then that's easy enough to carry. It's not as big as like a giant 2-liter of soda. But even if someone did order that, it would be easier to carry just a burger box and a 2-liter than it would be like a giant pizza box.
Yeah, he would be able to hit up 5 or 6 houses before the end of his shift.
Yep.
Just rolling on through.
Yep, exactly.
Those are good. I had a few of my own. Yep. Just 3. Not the Island in the Sky one, because that's going to take a lot more than $3 million. My first would be to pay someone to teach me how to kickbox. Not just boxing anymore, but kickboxing. Like a professional. Straight up world champion kind of thing. To train me in all the basics. Then I'm going to pay Michael Cera, the person who played as Scott Pilgrim in the movie Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, to go into a match with me. I want to fight him. I want to beat Scott Pilgrim in a fight.
Nice.
I know how dumb that sounds. I do. But I want to do it. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to, say no to somebody for just a fighting match. Ain't like we're gonna like try to beat each other bloody. Just simple boxing rules. 3 rounds. Fight until someone is done.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And you know, he can bring whatever martial art he's bringing to the table, and I'll bring mine. We'll square up. And the third thing is, I will pay to have it televised, because I want all my friends and family to see this shit.
Put it up on pay-per-view.
And, you know, people can bet on me. And of course they're going to bet on Michael Cera. I know for a fact that people are going to bet on Michael Cera because they saw him in Scott Pilgrim and saw him do all of those flips and tricks and stuff. He actually legitimately practices martial arts after that movie, by the way. Because he practiced it for the movie and he started to like it, so he continued.
I would have never guessed that of all the celebrities that might do martial arts, that Michael Cera would be one of them.
He was pretty good in Scott Pilgrim, I ain't gonna lie.
That he was.
And, you know, the lines in that movie were kind of cool. His lines. Especially when he comes into the theater a second time, and, you know, he basically just like, it's okay, I got this, you know, makes it with his friends. Kennedy's just like, oh, hey, you're here, and he's just like, you know what, no, I'm done. He's like, you're pretentious, your clothes sucks, I got beef, let's go. I'm just like, damn, straight to the point. It was like, it wasn't playing around, Scott. It was all business, Scott.
Yep.
You just wanted to knock him out, get the girl, and go home. Probably have some tea. No, wait, he's Canadian. Probably have some beer.
Or some Tim Hortons, eh?
That works too. That reminds me, when I get back home, remind me to teach me some French.
Okay.
Because I want to learn a little French, in case I end up in France.
Alright.
Because you never know. My travels are weird.
Yeah.
My travels are weird. Well, that should be it for today. Unless you got anything else.
No, I think we covered everything.
Okay. Thank you to the viewers for watching me. If you are watching me. If you're not watching me, you should watch me. I'm really not good at promoting this show. I should be. But, oh well. Enough people I know watch this show, so I guess that helps. Would be good if they would like it once in a while. I don't know why they don't hit that like button. They know to hit the like button. Oh well. Well, this has been Mr. Henderson and
Brotherman Phil.
Nice. Also known as Lotus GXP. Look for that name, especially when I start doing Smash tournaments, provided I get a job and get the money too.
Yeah, I'm also Kinky Karate Bandit and Moggers Inc. on YouTube. You should go and check those channels out.
Check this bro out. It's great. And you just might hear my voice on one of them. Maybe.
Yep. Oh no, I'm sure one of these days we could get like a KF or a Left 4 Dead thing going with a bunch of other people, and
that's gonna be awesome.
Then it goes up on the channel.
That's gonna be awesome. That reminds me, the video you was in with me on my thing, people actually like that. It's a lot of people viewed it.
Nice.
So progress. All right, we should go. Thank you, wonderful internet people. Have fun. Be great.
Yep,
and remember, Fedora is the greatest hat ever devised. If you don't know that now, you do now. Peace.